Good morning, children. So, welcome to the classroom with a new topic, and the revisions are going on. So, today we will do the revision of the chapter 6, which is the attitude and social coordination. We had successfully done the revision of the chapter 1, variation in psychological attribute, then the chapter 2, self and personality, chapter 3, meeting life challenges, chapter 4, psychological disorder, chapter 5, therapeutic approaches. We had done the revisions and included each and every part and the content. Still you have any doubt regarding any of the topic, you can ask in the classroom and share with me so that I can explain you that one also. So moving to the chapter 6, attitude and social coordination. So in the attitude and social coordination, our first topic which we have to study about is the attitude. So let us define the attitude. Attitude refers to the thoughts, feeling, actions which we hold. Attitude refers to the attribute or the characteristics of a person. Attribute means the thoughts and the attitude. If you talk about in a layman language, like those who don't belong to the field of psychology, they call attitude like that person have an attitude. So they consider it in the terms of superego and all, like in terms of ego. But in psychology, the phenomena is very much different. Here, attitude means the thought. Basically, the thoughts and the feelings which you hold about any object or event is an attitude. हमारा जो ये एटीट्यूड है इसके 3 components हैं. There are 3 components of attitude, which is known as the ABC component. ABC component it is known as. So let us discuss the components of attitude. A for affective, B for behavioral, and C for cognitive. So these are the 6 main components of an attitude: affective, behavioral, and cognitive. First, if we put it in an order, so first came the cognitive, then come the affective, and then come the behavioral. कहने का मतलब ये है कि कोई भी चीज़ होती है, कोई भी टॉपिक है, if there is any topic, if there is any object or anything, if we talk about any particular thing, any particular object, any particular topic, first it come into our cognition. First it come into our cognition means first it come into our thought. Then it come to the affective part, which is a feeling part. And after this it come to the behavioral part, basically the action part. So let us take an example which is also given in your book in the box when you read it, so you will be able to understand. Like what happened if person have to do the green environment. If any person is there who are thinking about the green environment, like हमें चाहिए कि हमारा environment green हो और healthy हो और we require the fresh air. So what we can do in that one? So first one is the cognitive. It is in our thought only. Okay, then we feel is the effectiveness part. Affective means we feel it, like हाँ अगर पेड़ लगाएंगे तो ऐसा होगा या हमारा ये फीलिंग आएगी, तो that is a part of the affective. After the affective come the behavioral part, where we used to plant the tree, where we do it. Means behavioral component is that component of an attitude which talk about the action. Just like there were 2 terms, prejudice and discrimination. Prejudice is a cognitive component of an attitude. Cognitive. How it is cognitive? Because we hold a negative ideas and negative thought regarding any object, any situation or any person. So that is a prejudice. Discrimination, because of holding a negative attitude and negative thought toward that particular person, we discriminate them. We don't put them on an equal place. So that is a part of behavior. So I hope children you understood about what is attitude. Attitude refers to the thoughts, the feelings, the ideas, opinion which you hold regarding any object, people, topic. It is an attitude. And there are three components of attitude: A, B, C. A for affective, B for behavioral, C for cognitive. First, anything come into our cognition, then we feel it, and then we put it into an action. That is behavioral. After the components of attitude, there are some features of attitude which we have to study in this. So let us discuss about the features of attitude. What are the features? What are the features of attitude? Features or characteristics of an attitude. Features or characteristics of an attitude. Okay. Now, what are the things come under the feature? First is the simplicity versus complexity. Simplicity versus complexity. Then valence. Then extremeness. Okay, so these are the features of the attitude. Okay, and the last one is the centrality. So these are the features of an attitude: simplicity versus complexity, valence, extremeness, centrality. Simplicity versus complexity means how the thought or the feeling or the opinion or the idea which you are holding means कहने का मतलब जो आपका एटीट्यूड है वो कितना सिंपल है और कितना कॉम्प्लेक्स है. This feature taught about the simplicity and the complexity of an attitude. How much it is simple and how much it is complex. Simple means a thought like you have holding only one thought regarding any topic, and complexity means when you are holding more than one or two thoughts regarding any topic. कहने का मतलब है सिंप्लिसिटी मैन जब आप किसी भी चीज़ को लेके एक ही आइडिया, एक ही थॉट या एक ही ओपिनियन रखते हैं तब तो वो सिंप्लिसिटी है. अगर आप किसी भी चीज़ को लेके एक से ज़्यादा आइडियाज, थॉट, ओपिनियन रखते हैं तो दैट इज कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी. वैलेंस मतलब होता है कि व्हाट टाइप मीन्स व्हाट एटीट्यूड यू आर होल्डिंग, किस तरह का एटीट्यूड आप होल्ड कर रहे हो. एंड एक्सट्रीमनेस टॉक अबाउट हाउ एक्सट्रीम इट इज, मीन्स वो कितना एक्सट्रीम है. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर हम लोग रेटिंग स्केल देखते हैं, देयर इज अ 5-point रेटिंग स्केल: स्ट्रांगली एग्री, न्यूट्रल, डिसएग्री एंड स्ट्रांगली डिसएग्री. तो कितने एक्सट्रीम पे, या तो स्ट्रांगली डिसएग्री है या स्ट्रांगली एग्री है. तो ये है एक्सट्रीमनेस. सेंट्रलिटी ये देखता है कि वो कितना सेंटर में है, कितने आइडियाज उसके जो हैं किसी भी टॉपिक को लेके हर एक चीज में वो न्यूट्रल है. So these are some of the features of an attitude: valence, extremeness, simplicity versus complexity, and centrality. What kind of attitude the people hold, that is valence. Okay, or how much it is extreme, how much it is central, how much it is simple or complex. So these are some of the features of attitude. So we had discussed about what is attitude, what are the components of attitude, and what are the features of an attitude. Now the two topics which you have to discuss in this: attitude formation and attitude change. So first we discuss about the attitude formation. Let us discuss about the attitude formation. I hope you understood about the features of an attitude. Attitude formation, दो बातें होती हैं, एक एटीट्यूड फॉर्म होता है और एक एटीट्यूड चेंज भी होता है. यानी हम लोग एटीट्यूड फॉर्म भी करते हैं और हम लोग एटीट्यूड को चेंज करते हैं. एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन एंड एटीट्यूड चेंज. एटीट्यूड फॉर्म भी होते हैं और सम टाइम एटीट्यूड चेंज भी होते हैं। तो फर्स्ट वी डिस्कस अबाउट हाउ द एटीट्यूड्स आर बीइंग फॉर्म्ड, कैसे फॉर्म्ड होते हैं। In this topic you have to study about two things. आप दो चीज़ें इसमें पढ़ेंगे, एक प्रोसेस ऑफ एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन और दूसरा फैक्टर्स इन्फ्लुएंसिंग एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन। कौन सी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं, कौन से ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं जो आपके एटीट्यूड फॉर्म करने को इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, और व्हाट इज द प्रोसेस, यानी एटीट्यूड फॉर्म होता कैसे, ये क्या है हाउ, कैसे होता है, और ये कैसे वाई। This tell about the how, this tell about the why. Means process tell that how the attitude is being formed. Okay, and factors means क्यों, what are the reasons. Okay, कि attitude form होता है। और I can say that who is responsible for attitude formation. So first discuss the process of attitude formation. Process. एटीट्यूड फॉर्म कैसे होता है? फर्स्ट बाय एसोसिएशन। देयर आर सो मेनी मीन्स थ्रू विच एटीट्यूड आर फॉर्म। बहुत से ऐसे तरीके हैं जिससे कि एटीट्यूड फॉर्म हो जाते हैं। एसोसिएशन करके, बाय लर्निंग, बेसिकली ऑब्जर्वेशन, by association, by learning. So we will discuss now what are the different factors which influence, what are the processes. So by association means sometimes we association से भी attitude form हो जाते हैं, like if the person like the concerned teacher of a particular subject, so they also start liking that particular subject. Or if they are liking, for example, if the student have an interest in English, or if the student have an interest in maths, okay, so they start liking the teachers of the maths also. They associate, okay, they associate. Sometimes we associate with, like for example, if we know the teaching methodology, if we understand the teaching methodology of the economics teacher, okay, so we relate that economics teacher with our subject and we start liking that particular subject also. So through association also attitude form. Learning तो सबसे बड़ा reason है, observational learning, okay, which is known as the role model. Okay, sometimes people become a role model for you, and maximum things you learn by observing other. Similarly, attitudes are also formed by observing. See children, be peculiar that we are learning here how the attitudes are forming. कैसे attitude form हो रहे हैं, association से form हो रहे हैं, learning से form हो रहे हैं। हम लोग attitude formation learn भी करते हैं। जैसे किसी ने किसी चीज़ को लेके उसकी attitude ये है, like for example किसी ने dowry को लेके ये attitude form किया कि वो it is very good, we should take the dowry. So those who belong to that person, those who belong to that community, they also have that such kind of attitude formation. Yes, it is very good and we should take it. So attitude form also by learning, by association, and by learning means when other person, by observing when other person is doing the same kind of thing, we also form such kind of attitude. If my mother is holding this attitude for anyone, so I also have an attitude for this one because I seem to see her from my childhood. So I observe her behavior and whatever the attitude she is holding regarding anything, so I will also start forming an attitude toward that person similarly. So these are some of the things. Now there are some other also through which we form an attitude. So let us discuss here. Children, we are discussing about the attitude formation. We had discussed what is attitude. We have discussed what are the components of attitude. We also studied about the features of attitude. We have studied about the formation of attitude, like how the attitudes are formed. We are studying about the attitude of form. So children, attitudes are formed, or I can say that attitude can be learned. एटीट्यूड लर्न हम लोग कर लेते हैं। कैसे कर लेते हैं? लर्निंग टेक प्लेस लर्निंग बाय एसोसिएशन, एसोसिएट करके लर्न कर लेते हैं कभी, ठीक है। देन लर्निंग बाय ऑब्जर्विंग अदर, दूसरों को ऑब्जर्व करके भी हम लोग लर्न करते हैं। सो एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन, वी लर्न द एटीट्यूड, लर्न हम लोग सीख जाते हैं एटीट्यूड को लर्न करना। वी लर्न द एटीट्यूड, हाउ वी लर्न द एटीट्यूड? वी लर्न द एटीट्यूड बाय एसोसिएशन, बाय ऑब्जर्विंग अदर, देन बाय पीयर ग्रुप्स, हम बहुत से एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन लर्न करते हैं अपने पीयर ग्रुप से, देन बाय मास मीडिया। So these are some of the sources from which we form the attitude. Or I can say that we learn the attitude. We learn the attitude through associating the thing, through observing, through peer group, through mass media. Association, when I already given you the example of the association, when anyone likes the subject teacher, so they automatically start liking the subject. So that is a part of the association. We also learn by observing. हम लोग देख के भी बहुत सी चीज़ों का एटीट्यूड फॉर्म कर लेते हैं। हम लोग देखते हैं कि अच्छा ये पर्टिकुलर पर्सन या our parents also even sometimes become the role model. So parents को भी देखते कि the parents have such kind of attitude toward a particular thing, toward any topic. आप कोई भी चीज़ तो ले सकते हैं। मान लीजिए हमारे पेरेंट्स की ये एटीट्यूड है, ये थॉट है स्कूल को लेके, कोविड को लेके और एनीथिंग, तो वी ऑल्सो फॉर्म सेम काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड। सो दैट इज बाय ऑब्जर्विंग। थर्ड इज बाय पीयर ग्रुप। पीयर ग्रुप्स यानी वो तो सबसे ज़्यादा इन्फ्लुएंस होता है, यानी हमारा जो फ्रेंड सर्किल है वो किसी भी चीज़ को लेकर एटीट्यूड फॉर्म करता है। अगर वो हमारा पीयर ग्रुप ये सोचता है दैट स्मोकिंग इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग, सो वी ऑल्सो थिंक दैट या स्मोकिंग इज़ अ वेरी गुड थिंग। So we form the attitude by our peer group also. Similarly, mass media. Mass media has a great influence. But many things we form, many times our attitude are formed by the mass media. Mass media के through भी हमारा attitude form हो जाता है. These are the things through which we form our attitude. Attitudes are formed by association, by observing, by peer group, by mass media. Who are the person? What are the factors that influence the attitude formation? अभी तो हमने पढ़ा कि एटीट्यूड कैसे फॉर्म हो जाता है, तो ये हमने पढ़ा। और कौन से फैक्टर है जो कि रेस्पॉन्सिबल है एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन में? What are the factors? First came the parents. Parents is a very important role play. They also influence in attitude formation. Parents, peer groups, then any club you have joined, any organization through which like recreational clubs were there. Okay, any organization to whom you are joined, any organization, club, okay, to whom you are the part of, so they also make your attitude to be formed. Parents, peer group, any organization or club, mass media, internet. So these are the things which make your attitude to be formed. Now coming to the attitude change. This all things we studied about attitude form. Attitude तो form हो जाता है, it is easy to form, but attitude में change लाना बहुत difficult है. Form करना easy होता है, but उसे change लाना बहुत difficult होता है. It is very difficult to change the thought of any person toward anything. Like हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग होते हैं या our elders members are there who have who have formed an अ वेरी पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड टुवर्ड द डाउरी सिस्टम। उन्होंने डाउरी सिस्टम को लेके बहुत ही पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड है कि नहीं, डाउरी इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग, वी शुड टेक इट। तो उनके इस एटीट्यूड में चेंज लाना बहुत मुश्किल होता है। और ऐसी, ये तो मैंने एक एग्जांपल दिया, ऐसे कई चीज़ें होती हैं जो हमारे एल्डर्स जो होते हैं एक तरह का एटीट्यूड फॉर्म कर लेते हैं, तो उसको चेंज करना बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है। So it becomes very difficult to change the attitude. When we talk about this topic, attitude change, the three theories will come in this one, which you all have to study in the attitude change. Okay, we are discussing about the attitude change topic. In this, three theories will come. First, balance theory. Second, cognitive dissonance theory. And third is the two concept theory. So children, three theories come under this one in the attitude change. Topic of the formation of attitude change. The few theories come: balance theory, cognitive dissonance theory, and two concept theory. So let us discuss one by one each one of the theory. So first discuss the balance theory. I hope you have written it down. These are found to be very effective for your notes. Balance theory. नाम से पता चल रहा है, this is a theory which talk about some kind of balance. So when we talk about the balance theory, in this theory, basically we have to do anything which can be balanced, like it is basically about the cognitive pattern and the cognitive thoughts. मान लीजिए जैसे कोई एक पर्सन है, there is a person who forms so many attitude, बहुत सारे एटीट्यूड फॉर्म किया है, so many thoughts हैं उसके माइंड में एक चीज़ को लेके, तो उसको बैलेंस करने के लिए दिस थ्योरी वाज मेड। एंड इन दिस थ्योरी बैलेंस कैसे करना है, समवेयर इट इज मैथमेटिकल ऑल्सो, लाइक पॉजिटिव, this you have studied in the maths that positive will be positive and negative will be negative and negative will be positive. तो यहाँ बैलेंस और इम्बैलेंस का कंसेप्ट फॉर्म होता है। लाइक बैलेंस तब होता है when both the sides are positive or either one side is positive and one side is negative. Sorry. Balance happen when both the sides are positive, or means we are talking about a three. Okay. The balance theory is described in three triangle. First, understand this triangle, which is the PQR. Okay, PQR. P is the person and Q is the topic आप कह सकते हो, and R is the second person. P is the first person and Q is the topic and R is the second person. मतलब कह सकते हैं दो पर्सन हैं और एक टॉपिक है, उस टॉपिक को लेके उन दोनों पर्सन की एटीट्यूड कैसे फॉर्म है। तो बैलेंस और इम्बैलेंस का कंसेप्ट देखा गया है। बैलेंस तब होगा व्हेन यू कैन see here, I can draw the diagram also. When all the three sides will be positive, then there is a balance, and when 2 is negative and 1 is positive, then also there will be balance. So this is a concept of balance. And when it is imbalance, when two sides are negative, so negative, negative and positive, one side is positive, so it becomes negative. And when two sides are positive and one is negative, then it again becomes negative. Okay, sorry, all sides should be negative. Because here the negative and negative will be positive, then positive and negative will be negative. Positive, positive, positive and negative will be negative. It is a state of imbalance. It is a state of balance. Children, today I am not going to move toward to the next theory. So try to understand this theory in a very proper manner. It is a balance theory which is related to the attitude change, which talk about in the formation of the attitude change. Balance theory. Balance theory में ये आप देख सकते हो triangle. You can see P is the first person. You can consider P is the first person and R is the second person, and Q is the topic. And this is a criteria of the balance and imbalance. Now, अगर दोनों साइड, if all the three sides are positive, तो भी बैलेंस होगा. यानी कहने का मतलब है जो Q जो टॉपिक है वो भी पॉजिटिव टॉपिक है, और इसको लेके P का जो एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन है वो भी पॉजिटिव है, और R का जो एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन है वो भी पॉजिटिव है. यानी तीनों पॉजिटिव हैं, तो देयर इज अ स्टेट ऑफ बैलेंस. ओके, नाउ इस सेकंड क्राइटेरिया है कि एक को पॉजिटिव होना होगा और रेस्ट को नेगेटिव. यानी आप ये कह सकते हैं कि जो टॉपिक है आपका वो पॉजिटिव रहे, पर इस टॉपिक को लेके Q, P और R का जो एटीट्यूड फॉर्म है वो नेगेटिव हो. तो क्या होगा, पॉजिटिव टॉपिक है और दोनों का एटीट्यूड उस चीज को लेके नेगेटिव है, तो अगेन द बैलेंस. तो ये सिचुएशन होना चाहिए बैलेंस के लिए. कमिंग टू द इम्बैलेंस. इम्बैलेंस में मान लीजिए Q का जो टॉपिक है वो नेगेटिव है और बाकी P और R भी उसको एटीट्यूड जो फॉर्म किए वो भी नेगेटिव ही फॉर्म किए. तो अगर ऑल द थ्री आर नेगेटिव, देन दिस इज स्टेट ऑफ इम्बैलेंस. क्योंकि आपने ये मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन पढ़ा है कि नेगेटिव नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव होते हैं, एंड देन पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव लीड्स टू दी नेगेटिव. नेक्स्ट इम्बैलेंस का क्राइटेरिया है जब टू पॉजिटिव आपको मिलेंगे, वन नेगेटिव. ये हो सकता है यहाँ पे फिर से कि Q जो है नेगेटिव टॉपिक हो और इस टॉपिक को लेके P का जो एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन है वो पॉजिटिव हो, और R का जो एटीट्यूड फॉर्मेशन है वो भी पॉजिटिव हो. तो दैट इट लीड्स टू दी इम्बैलेंस. सो चिल्ड्रेन, आप समझ रहे हो अबाउट द बैलेंस थ्योरी. बेसिकली दिस इज द थ्योरी which is explained by PQR triangle. Okay, and this concept of balance and imbalance situation was there. इसमें एक एग्जाम्पल भी आपके बुक में दिया है, डाउरी का ही एग्जाम्पल दिया है. डाउरी हम कह सकते हैं, डाउरी अपने आप में ही एक नेगेटिव टॉपिक है. ठीक है, तो Q आपका ऑलरेडी यहाँ नेगेटिव है. अब बैलेंस करने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक को पॉजिटिव करना होगा, एक को नेगेटिव. यानी P को डाउरी के लिए ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि डाउरी इज अ वेरी गुड थिंग, हमें डाउरी लेनी चाहिए. वहीं आज सोचेगा कि डाउरी इज अ बैड थिंग, वी शुड नॉट टेक. तो एक का पॉजिटिव है और एक का नेगेटिव है. ठीक है, तो पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव और नेगेटिव मिलके आपका कंसेप्ट यहाँ पे बैलेंस कर देगा. अब अगर ये वाला लेंगे तो यहाँ तो ये टॉपिक पॉजिटिव है नहीं. ठीक है, तो ये इस क्राइटेरिया से बैलेंस नहीं हो पाएगा. वो ये जो टॉपिक है ये इस क्राइटेरिया से बैलेंस होगा. ना इम्बैलेंस में क्या करना पड़ेगा, आपका ऑलरेडी जो टॉपिक है वो नेगेटिव है, तो या तो दोनों लोग उसके लिए पॉजिटिव हो जाए कि डाउरी अच्छी बात है, तो फिर आपका कंसेप्ट इम्बैलेंस हो जाएगा. ठीक है, या फिर दोनों ही नेगेटिव हो जाए, ये तो ऑलरेडी नेगेटिव है, ये दोनों भी नेगेटिव हो जाए तो भी इम्बैलेंस का कंसेप्ट आ जाएगा. So I can say that children, I hope you all understood the balance theory. Next two theory which are left in the attitude change are that is the two-step concept theory